time for a midweek encouragement. And this week I wanted to talk to you about busy signals. You know, over the last 2 weeks, we've actually been having some issues with the phone line here at the church. So if you've been trying to call at all and we haven't gotten back to you or it just keeps ringing, I apologize for that. The lines had been cut somewhere over north of Riley Creek Baptist Church, and it took them a while to get it fixed. But the other thing that my family has been dealing with, most of you know, Angela, who's been my technical producer, advisor for the last couple of months, she turned 16 during this whole quarantine, during this whole virus. And one of the struggles that we've been having is now that she's done with the drive time with Larry and she's got all of her requirements done, we've been trying to get a hold of the BMV to schedule her driver's skills test. Well, the first couple of times I tried, it was just busy. I didn't even know busy signals still happened on phones. But I've been trying to get a hold of them. And so then when they did finally open, it goes to a voicemail, but you don't get to leave a message. It just says, we're experiencing high volume of calls. Thank you, goodbye. And then, so we're really just trying to get a hold of anyone, and it doesn't seem like anyone is answering. No one is responding. I know Brad and Glenna have been having some difficulties with their phones, both at home and on their cell phones, and it just seems like communication has been difficult for people at different times. And what this got me thinking about was a verse from Jeremiah chapter 33. And this is what that verse says. Jeremiah chapter 33, verse 3. God says, "Call to me, and I will answer you, and will tell you great and hidden things that you have not known." But really, the part that stuck out the most for me is, "Call to me, and I will answer you." You see, when we call out to God, we don't get a busy signal. There's not going to be the chance of having the phone lines crossed. Nobody cut a line north of Riley Creek Baptist Church. Nobody managed to destroy anything in our connection with God. If we don't feel like we're hearing from God, the problem isn't that God has moved. The problem is we aren't communicating to God. And we aren't stopping long enough to listen, because He has promised when we call Him, He will answer. And Jeremiah says He'll tell us great and unsearchable things, or great and hidden things that you have not known. We can cry out to God. We can call out to God. Let me encourage you this Wednesday afternoon to cry out to God. Call out to God, and He will answer you. Maybe you don't like the answer. Maybe it's not what you were hoping for. Sometimes God gives us direct answers, and sometimes the answer is just wait, and I'll answer you, but you need to wait. You need patience. But we also have to be listening. We have to stop long enough, and well, you guys know me well enough. You know I like to talk, and sometimes I've got to remember to stop long enough to listen. Stop long enough to hear what God is saying. Because it's not supposed to just be one-way communication. I'm not just supposed to call out to God and call out to God and keep calling out to God and call out to Him and He will answer. But I've got to stop to hear Him. I hope you can stop to hear from God. You're not going to get a busy signal. Call out to Him and He will answer and tell you great and hidden things that you have not known. Hope you're doing well. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a heads up about what's coming up. We're going to continue with no children's church through the rest of the month of June, and no Sunday school. The second week in July, so July 12th, we will begin with junior church. We still won't have Sunday school. Those classes are a little bit too crowded still for us to be able to practice some safe social distancing in those. But we're gonna try to kick off junior church the second week of July. So you parents, if you haven't been bringing your kids because you're concerned about how they'll act in service, first of all, let me just tell you, I can preach louder than your kids can make noise. I don't mind crying kids. I don't mind fussing kids. I'm pretty sure I've even taught holding a baby before. So that doesn't bother me, and this is a church family so it doesn't bother them as well. But if you're not comfortable bringing them, we understand, and we will have junior church available again beginning on July 12th. Sunday school will continue to be evaluating as this progresses. So we've been excited to see more and more of you each week, and we're excited to see everybody this coming Sunday. We'll continue to be safe and continue to keep our eyes on what's happening. But that's what we're looking at in the coming weeks and in the next phase of our reopening here at Bethel. So I hope you're doing well. I hope your family is faring well during all this, and that you and I can learn how to call out to God and listen to Him. Hey, have a great week.